Hey guys, AJ here back with another one. I think this is going to be my second video that I'm going to post. This is something that I've noticed kind of being around a lot of my friends who are single and dating, a lot of younger guys that are in their 20s and mid to late 20s, I'm going to say early 30s. This is a phenomenon that I like to call economically unattractive women. So a little bit of background. I live in the DMV, so that's DC, Maryland, Virginia area. So there's a lot of educated chicks here that are in a lot of student loan debt. And as a young guy that's trying to date, you have to kind of consider if that's something that you want to take on. So I was doing a little bit of research and I came across this girl's channel. I'm not going to drop her name, but you can see that the title is I'm Broke as Hell, opening up about being $155,000 in student loan debt. So we're only going to show about 4 or 5 minutes of this video. So I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. But the video is about 15 minutes long, but I'm going to react to about 5 minutes of it. So give or take, hopefully this video won't be too long. So let's jump into it here.
This video is going to be about the fact that I'm an idiot. I've been reluctant to film this for a really long time because I don't want this channel to be about stuff like this. Like, who wants to make videos about like how a decision they made when they were 18 will affect the next decade of their life?
Now let's pause. This girl, she's pretty. I mean, she's a 6. I mean, if you use the Kevin Samuel scale, where you can't use 7, she's not an 8, but she's a 6. I would say if she had a good attitude and was really nice, she seems like a, kind of goofy, nice person. So that could maybe make her like an adjustable 6. But yeah, kind of imagine meeting her in a bar or something. And you're like, oh, she's cute. And then you go up and talk to her. Imagine that scenario.
Just girly things. Let's start off at the beginning. A little backstory. I just graduated in May from Pennsylvania State University. Penn State.
Now, for those who don't know, Penn State's a really good school. I'm from the West Coast, and I know Penn State. I mean, the Nittany Lions. Penn State's an awesome school. I have friends of mine who live in Pennsylvania. It's a state school that costs a lot of money. So this isn't like Wyoming State or some state school that's like $13,000 a year. This is a really expensive state school.
Is an awesome school. I had a great experience. I loved it. It would be easier to talk about this if I hated it, because then I'd be like, oh, wasn't worth it. And to an extent, it wasn't worth it, but also that like breaks my heart to think that, because I met some of like the best friends I have. I wouldn't be who I am today without it. So in a way I don't regret it, but also in a way, wow, that was so dumb. So originally the plan was to major in forensic science, master's degree in forensic psychology, become a forensic psychologist, work with murders and things like that. Like, that would have been fun, right?
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Psych. I got to school, realized that I suck at chemistry. Really need chemistry if you're gonna be a biology, forensic science, apparently. Didn't think that through. Don't know why I thought it would be a good idea, especially because, can you see my knee that I'm not?
Now, I've watched this video before, and I want to preface this with one thing first. If you go to a particular school that has a program that's specific to that school, so let's say that you want to go to Columbia Journalism School or something, you need to stay the course because that's why you went to that school. Let's just say that you were going to go to like University of Washington Business School or USC Business School. I mean, I don't know if University of Washington has a really good business school, but I know that USC has a really good business school. If you're going to go there for business, go there for business. If there's some particular thing like calculus or economics you're struggling, get a tutor, but don't just drop out of the program. And you'll see why I said that in a second.
Not wearing like actual bottoms. Like, I'm wearing I'm just wearing pajama bottoms. This is especially embarrassing if you can't actually see my knee. Like I was saying, the plan was to go to school. Is very selective across the country. Like, there's not a lot of schools that have this major. I was like, well, if there's not a lot of schools that have this major and you have to go to a good forensic science school to get a job in forensic science after the fact, I might as well go to the best in the country. Penn State and Texas A&M are tied for #1 in the country for forensic science. So
Like I said, she said there's 2 schools that have this program, 2 in the whole nation that are the best.
I was like, perfect. I'll go to Penn State because it gives you the option to start off on a branch campus and then transfer into the main campus. You know, I'm being smart about it. Like, starting off on a branch campus, it's cheaper, right? So cheap. Yeah, $100,000 in debt, $155,000 in debt. Actually, I wish it was $100,000 in debt, but that was the plan. And then I got there and then I was like, yikes, this ain't it.
This isn't it.
And I wish so badly I had listened to everyone that was like, don't pick a school based on your major. It saved me so much heartache, but here I am now.
But she could have just stayed in her major. I mean, lots of people switch majors in college. Everyone that's listening to this, you've been to college, you know. I think I switched majors like twice. But the thing is, if you go specifically for your major, you should stay. You should find a way to do it instead of trying to make it work.
My payments start next month and I'm freaking out about it. I know I'm smiling right now, but it's to that point where I'm kind of just numb.
Karma got his kids for me.
Despite the last video that I made 10 minutes ago, just bawling my eyes out. I have 16 loans, 8 of which are federal loans, and I'm not really worried about those. I have 8 that are private and...
Dun, dun, dun. So... if you notice, she said she has private loans too. So we're in 2022. If you're listening to this, this is August 2022. So we've had the student loan deferment or forbearance because of COVID for the last 2 years, 2.5 years, 2 years and a couple of months. So that means that this girl here has loans that have not been on forbearance because they're private loans. So she's been having to pay, and the interest has been building up this whole time. So that's even worse. Let's get into it again.
And those suck because they're 10 to 12% interest.
10 to 12% interest. Yikes.
Which is insane. If you ask literally anybody outside of the US, they would think that that's not real. Like, they wouldn't believe you because that's just immoral for a government to be okay with private lenders charging you 10 to 12% interest. It's fine, I'm fine. And I've checked.
I'm going to stop this here. I mean, to say that it's immoral, but you got to take some accountability too. I mean, you took the loans out, so you signed on the dotted line. So you can say that that's as messed up as you think it is, but guess what? You signed for it and you got to pay it back.
The minimum loan payments for 2 loans, 2 out of the 8, and one is 500 and some change, and the other is almost 200. I'm too scared to check the rest of them. And it's kind of just like one of those things where it's like, if something's super overwhelming and every single time you think about it, you cry your eyes out.
So let's summarize that last statement. She doesn't know what her total payment's going to be and doesn't even have an idea. She made this video about her student loans, not even knowing the full extent of the damage and at all. So in this reflective moment that she should be making, and I know that I have another topic that I'm making this video about, but this is kind of like me critiquing this video unconsciously because I'm doing this in my head. But if this is supposed to be an educational video, she should be presenting the whole picture and not just her feelings about it. Let's get into it again.
And like every time someone brings it up and start freaking out, you do the only thing that you know will make you not cry, which is ignoring it.
Because that's a smart plan.
And that's what I've been doing. I've been blatantly ignoring it. And not completely, like I have tried to refinance my loans, but I haven't been approved for any of the refinancing of my loans. And I'm hearing my voice crack and I need to suck that back in because that crap ain't gonna fly. I've been trying and nothing.
I do feel bad for this girl. I'll get into it a little bit more. There's only about 25 seconds left that I want to look at.
It is working and it's really frustrating. And I fell for the glamour of college, of the American college dream of going and finding a job that is high paying and being able to pay it off really quickly. And that's what I was told. I'm a first generation college graduate, so my parents didn't have any.
Well, okay, so this is the rest of her story, and we're not really interested in that. What we're interested in, gentlemen, in the dating world is this is a type of woman that you could meet and develop feelings for, and this is the situation she's in. The student loan debt, the emotional turmoil. And guess what, guys? You shouldn't have to. No, you know what? Don't deal with this. Don't. This girl's pretty. She seems nice. She seems fun. You know, you guys could travel and, get a dog or something. I don't know. But if you and her get serious, this emotional turmoil she's in, this $155,000 worth of student, you're going to have to deal with that. And even if you get married, then her debt becomes your debt. But even before that, if you're dating, she's trying to make all these payments, and she might be happy one moment and sad the next, and you're going to try and men, we're problem solvers, so we're going to be trying to fix the problem, and there's no way that you can fix this. There's no reason to subject yourself to this, guys. This is what I call emotionally unattractive. Financially unattractive. This woman, as cute as she is, as fun as she might be, is financially unattractive. No man in their right mind should deal with this. So if you're watching this video, remember this face. Remember it. Remember this situation. $155,000 of student loan debt, high interest student loan debt. And she's probably never going to pay it off. But there is one silver lining, guys. I was reading the comments of this video, and she's saying that she majored in security risk analysis, and that's like a IT/government degree. So I don't know what the earning potential is, but if she were to say move to DC and get a job with, I don't know, the NSA or whatever, then she might be able to pay it off, or find some way to get a high paying job and pay it off. So that might be able to happen. But in general, a girl like this will have majored in the big horrible five: communications, psychology, bachelor's degree, what are the other ones? Business administration, social work, English, criminal justice. That's another one. If any girl majors in that, run far away. So, all right, guys, this is my first reaction video. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm gonna try and start posting stuff regularly. And yeah, I hope you all have a good one. Wherever you are, you stay safe and have a good one.